time to call your lawyer.
As we do just that and talk with our lawyer and friend, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. See if we can answer your question this week. That is, if you submitted a question somewhere along the line. If you'd like to, I'll tell you how to go about it coming up. Really, it's as easy as going to our website. Simply look for Bruce. Now, there's something to keep in mind as we try to answer today's question. Understand that this is just general legal conversation and should not be substituted for personal advice for you. To get that, you need to sit down face-to-face with a professional. A lot of attorneys do offer free consultations. I know Bruce and his associates do, so you might want to make a phone call and sit down with them. Get some advice. It's free. And please also remember that you shouldn't, between now and whenever you talk to somebody, you shouldn't sign anything or make any statements or allow anything to be recorded. That's the best way to protect your rights until you see Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates. Let's see what Bruce thinks of today's legal brain teaser. And make welcome, attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. Let's all go ahead and give it up for Bruce. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, Todd.
How are you today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How about yourself?
Doing well. You know, over the course of the last few weeks, I haven't brought up the subject of your grandchild, and I'd like to get an update from you real quick, if you don't mind. How are things going?
Oh, he's the apple of my eye.
I kind of figured.
I show pictures to everyone I could get to stop and look at them. You know, it's amazing. And he's 3 months old now, and he's holding his head up straight, and he's smiling, and it's just the most wonderful joy anybody could experience.
Moving forward, as he becomes a toddler and then a little boy, you wouldn't be the kind of grandfather that's planning on spoiling him, would you?
Well, I really hope I don't spoil him, but I hope we have a lot of fun together.
It's going to be one of those things that's going to be a tough temptation at times, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure he's very fortunate to have you as a grandfather. I appreciate you filling us in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get right to today's question now and see if you might be able to provide some helpful advice. My wife was rear-ended while on her way to work. Her doctor referred her to a specialist who thought it was only soft tissue damage. But when she went back after a week in severe pain, he referred her to a specialist. After more tests, she actually had a small disc herniation in her neck, which required surgery. The initial offer from the at-fault driver's insurance company was $6,700. They feel that this was a pre-existing condition, but my wife has never had a neck issue in the past. She has now been out of work for 7 weeks and not sure when she'll be able to return and how limited she'll be. The at-fault driver has $50,000 bodily injury liability, and we carry full coverage, including uninsured motorist coverage. How can we make the insurance company be more reasonable? That's always the $64 question, as they say, getting a reasonable response. And that's where a personal injury attorney comes in. So, Bruce, we'll turn it over to you.
Well, absolutely. They just need to see a good personal injury lawyer because this insurance company is pulling one of the oldest tricks in the book. You know, you never see an insurance company admit that, oh, yeah, we caused that accident and that injury is from this accident. So one of the things they try to do all the time is say, well, that's a pre-existing injury and it's not caused by this accident. So they need a personal injury lawyer. They need to collect the full $50,000 bodily injury liability from the at-fault, and then they need to check on how much uninsured motorist coverage they have. Since we carry full coverage, including uninsured motorists,
right?
How many vehicles do they have? Do they have stacking? Because this lady has a very substantial claim, and unless they have millions of dollars of insurance, they should be able to collect whatever insurance coverage they have.
The $6,700, to say the least, seems insufficient. You'll blow that much in one hospital visit these days, so it certainly doesn't seem outrageous. In fact, to use their word, it does seem reasonable. They're going to need more money to treat her injury.
Well, not only that, a $6,700 offer is an offer that the insurance company is saying, hey, we don't really think you're injured, but here's a little bit of money to hope you go away.
Now, if it came down to it and they continued to push the issue, is it possible, I don't know how these things work, that's why we talk to you about these things, and it came to my mind to wonder is it possible for the insurance company to insist that she see somebody than her own personal physician when it comes to something like this?
Yes, absolutely. They, well, in two ways. If she can't settle with the at-fault insurance company, has to file a lawsuit. As part of the lawsuit, they could require that she see an insurance company doctor.
Okay.
It's called the compulsory physical examination, but it's a doctor that charges the insurance company a lot of money to see people on the insurance company's behalf. So you can imagine that his report favors the insurance company, so they'll keep sending these poor people there.
You definitely want a professional on your side.
Yes, sir, that's exactly true.
All right, Bruce, we thank you so much for your time and your expertise, sir.
Well, it's my pleasure, Todd. Thank you for letting me participate.
Certainly, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for attorney for the injured, Bruce L. Scheiner. Now, if you would like to get some advice yourself, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call the Port Charlotte office at 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. Get your legal situation in front of somebody who knows what they're doing and get some advice for free by calling 941-743-7777. In the meantime, don't make any statements. Don't let anybody record conversations. Don't sign anything. Protect yourself and your interests by calling today Bruce L. Scheiner and Associates. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.